A winning baseball game, never kept a kite in the air, never won a game of checkers, and never successfully punted a football. Sometimes I admire his consistency. Nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed.
I think Charlie Brown has nice hands. It is truly a dog's life, a life of challenges. I mean, you try acting excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school.
Now, Linus, I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you please hold still a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. Notice how it has failure written all over it? Look at the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in his eye. Why, I would say this is the finest example of a failure face you're liable to see for a long while.
You really do look like a failure, Charlie Brown. Huh, funny.
Good man. You're a good man.
Some days I wake up and I like to watch the sunrise. And you know, I think how beautiful it is. How my life lies before me. And I get a very positive feeling about things. Like this morning, for instance. The sky is so clear and the sun is so bright. What could possibly go wrong on a day like today? Oh, I'm late!
Reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed. You're a good man, Charlie Brown, and we know you will go very far. Yes, it's hard to conceive, almost frightening to conceive, what a good man you are.
You are kind.
You are kind to all the animals and every little bird. With a heart of gold, you believe what you're told.
Every single solitary word.
You bravely face adversity. You're cheerful through the day. You're thoughtful, brave, and courteous.
And you also have some faults, but for the moment, let's just say that
you're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a prince, and a prince could be king. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go out and do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be king.
Everybody says to me,
you're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Every voice in harmony.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily. Wonder why they stop to say,
you're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Never liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Trying not to rock the boat, not to make a scene. A good man, yes, but I confess I don't know what that means. I want to rise like I should and do answer isn't clear, then I hear
Charlie Brown. Good man, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Get on the bus!
Get on the bus! Go ahead, get on the bus, Charlie Brown.
Don't want to be late for school.
That's right.
Don't want to be late.
Don't want to be late for school. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
There they go again.
You're the kind of reminder we need.
Don't know what they mean.
I'm not good. Sense of honor, that is where we're everything. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
I don't understand.
With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go out and do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be king.
Last forever.
You could be king.
Must
Believe
end.
it.
I've memorized that phrase by
You were born
heart.
for this part.
So tell me,
You're a good man.
I need to know it.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
When do the good things start?
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
This is my report on the past. The past has always interested people. I must admit, however, I don't know much about it. I wasn't there when it happened.
Lunchtime is about the worst time of the day for me. Always having to sit here alone all by myself. Well, then there's the morning also, which isn't pleasant either. Waking up and wondering if anyone would really miss me if I never got out of bed. Oh, and then there's the night too. Lying there and thinking about all the stupid things that I did during the day. And then all those hours in between when I actually do the stupid things, and lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. Well, I guess I better see what I got. Peanut butter. You know, some psychiatrists say that only lonely people eat peanut butter sandwiches. I mean, I guess they're right. And when you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Wow, the PCA sure did a good job of painting these benches. There's that cute little redheaded girl sitting, eating her lunch over there. Well, I wonder what she'd do if I went over and asked her if I could sit and have lunch with her. She'd probably laugh right in my face. I mean, it's hard on a face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty place right next to her on the bench. There's no reason why I couldn't just go over and sit there. I could do that right now. All I have to do is stand up. Okay, I'm standing up. Oh, I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down. I'm such a coward. I'm so much of a coward that she wouldn't even think of looking at me. In fact, she hardly ever does look at me. Well, why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason that she shouldn't look at me? Is she so great and I'm so small that she can't spare one moment to just... She's looking at me. She's looking at me. Oh.
No, you're thinking of the other dress. The one I wore to Lucinda's party. The one I'm talking about was very light blue and it had a design embroidered around the waist. I don't remember. Something like this. The skirt went out like this and the sleeves were puffy like that and there's a sash like that. Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, well, that was the dress I was wearing when I saw Frida, who said she'd seen the same one over at...
Lunchtime is among one of the worst times of the day for me. If that redheaded girl is like looking at me right now with this stupid paper bag over my head, she probably thinks I'm the biggest fool alive. But if she isn't looking at me, then maybe I could really quickly take off the bag and she'd never even notice it. On the other hand, if I don't take off the bag, then I'll never have to know if she was looking at me. And on the other hand, it's very hard to breathe in here. She isn't looking at me. Why does she never look at me? Oh well, one more lunch hour over with. Only 2,368 to go.
something, Schroeder? I think the way you play the piano is nice. Did you know something else? It's always been my dream that I'd marry a man who plays the piano. At parties he'd play something nice like April showers. I'm sure you can play something nice like April showers. Or even Frühjahr, 'cause Beethoven's nice too. Just imagine, what would you think if someday you and I should get married? Wouldn't you like that if someday we two should get married? My Aunt Maren was right. Never try to discuss marriage with a musician.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally, and I think that a man can come closer to it by directing the forces of his life to a single goal that he believes in. And I think that a man's personal search for happiness isn't really a selfish thing either, but because by achieving happiness himself, he can help others to find it. Does that make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week. Hey, Snoopy, how's the fella?
Hey, Snoopy, cute doggy.
What's up, Tiger? Hi, Fuzzy Face.
Hey, Snoopy.
Nobody ever calls me Sugar Lips.
You know, a princess sort of thing with a big dress and a big ballroom. Oh, and nice slippers.
Uh-huh.
But I guess it's kind of silly, isn't it, Charlie Brown?
Oh, no, I mean, we all have our little ambitions and dreams, whatever you want to call them. I've had one myself for years, only I've never really told anyone.
What is it? You can tell me.
Oh, no, it's not the sort of thing I should share. No, I don't think I should.
Oh, please, Charlie Brown, please. I won't tell anyone, please.
Well, I've always wanted to be called the Flash. I hate the name Charlie. I like to be so athletic that everyone would call me the Flash. I'd like to be so good at everything that all around school I'd be known as the Flash.
Hey, Frida, get a load of this one.
Hey, what's the matter, Sally?
I don't know. Everything was fine. I was jumping rope. Then suddenly it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven was always fond of his long walks in the country. He was inspired by the beautiful sounds of the countryside. Beethoven had it nice.
Hey, Snoopy, we're home from school. Hi there, fella. Gosh, it's good to see ya.
Oh, Snoopy, you're so adorable.
Okay, Snoopy, I'll be out later with your supper.
I think Snoopy is such a wonderful dog.
Me too. He's just about the best there is.
They like me. I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turn out so well? Pleasant day, pretty sky, life goes on, here I lie. Not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bread, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad at all. Faithful friends, always near me, bring me bones, scratch my ear.
little birds come to cheer me every day, sitting here on my stomach with their sharp little claws, which are usually cold and occasionally painful, and sometimes there are so many that I can hardly stand it. Rats! I feel every now and then that I gotta bite someone. I know every now and then what I want to be. A fierce jungle animal crouched on the limb of a tree. La 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 la. I'd stay very, very still till I see a victim come. I'd wait knowing very well every second counts. And then like the fierce jungle creature I am, I would pounce. I'd pounce. I'd pounce. You know, I never realized how far it was to the ground from up here. Where was I? Oh, that's right. The pretty sky. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bread, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad at all. I wonder if it'll snow tonight.
I think I'll just walk right up to that little redheaded girl and I'll introduce myself. I think I'll introduce myself and I'll ask her if she could come and sit next to me. Yeah, I'll ask her if she could come and sit by me, and then I'll tell her how much I've always admired her, and I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon.
Today, I'm a dog. Yesterday, I was a dog. Tomorrow, I'll probably still be a dog. There's just so little hope of advancement.
It's April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown! I think I'll play a little trick on you. Well, I think I'll try a little trick on you. You understand it's April Fool's Day? You do? I want to make sure you understand. Okay. Hey, Charlie Brown! That little redhead girl is over there, and she says she wants to give you a hug and a kiss.
Wait, really? This is fantastic.
Aha! April Fool! Like shooting fish in a barrel.
Snoopy, do you see this stick? I, the human, will throw the stick, and you, the dog, will retrieve it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
I got it!
No! You give me back my blanket!
No, I got it, and I'm gonna keep it. This is just the start you need to get rid of your disgusting habit.
Apparently, you haven't read the latest scientific reports. Many a man spends his days restoring antique automobiles, or building model trains, or collecting old telephones, or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly, and this is good, for it helps these men cope with their everyday problems. Now, I think it is absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back, so I'm just gonna have to give it a good yank. It's surprising what you can do with a little smooth talking and some fast action. Got you back again. Delightful. Sucking your thumb without a blanket is like eating the cone without the ice cream.
My blanket and me.
Well, you know how babies are with their little baby blankets.
What do you mean? It's a cozy sanctuary, but it's far from necessary, because I'm just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independent station, I will go away and leave it on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just walk away and leave it on the floor. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it on the. No! Don't ever let me do that again.
You're a hopeless case, Linus.
I thought I could do it. I actually thought I could do it. It's my blanket.
And me. And me.
And me.
And me. And me.
Linus, do you know what I intend? I intend to be queen. One day I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was, and I'll live in a big palace with a big front lawn and lots of beautiful dresses to wear. And when I go out into my coach, all the people will wave, and all the people will wave, and I will shout at them!
Lucy, I believe queen is an inherited title. Yes, I'm quite sure that a person can only be queen by being born into the correct royal family with the correct lineage, so that they can assume the role of queen after the death of a reigning monarch. I can't think of any possible way for you to ever become a queen. Sorry, Lucy, but it's true.
And in the summertime, I'll go to my summer palace, and I'll wear my crown and swimming and everything. And when I go out into my coach, all the people will wave, and I will shout at them! What do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true.
Well, there has to be some sort of loophole. These kind of things always have a loophole. No one should be kept from being a queen if she wants to be one. It's undemocratic.
Good grief.
There's just a matter of knowing the right people. I'm sure a few well-placed pieces of correspondence, and I get to be queen in no time.
I think I'll watch television.
I know what I'll do. I'll be very rich. Yes, I'll work until I'm very rich, and I'll buy myself a queendom.
Good grief.
Yes, I'll buy myself a queendom, and I'll kick out the old queen and take over the whole operation myself. I will be head queen. And when I go out into my coach, all the people will shout it. All the people will shout at me. And
what's the matter, Lucy?
Huh?
What happened to your queendom?
Oh, that I've given up on that. I've decided to dedicate my life to cultivating my natural beauty. Now, switch channels.
Are you kidding? What makes you think you can come take charge?
These 5 fingers, individually they're nothing. But when I curl them together like this, they become a fighting force terrible to behold.
Yes, Your Majesty. Why can't you guys be organized like that?
SC, I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture? How could anyone get a C in coat hanger sculpture? May I ask a question? Was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself?
If so, is it not true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or was I judged on my effort? If so, then I was judged unfairly, for I tried as hard as I could. Or was I judged on what I had learned from this project? If so, then were not you, my teacher, also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Are you willing to share my sea? Oh! Well, perhaps I was being judged on the quality of coat hanger out of which my creation was made. Is this not the responsibility of my parents? Should they share my sea? Thank you, Miss Othmar. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Little more speed, little more rope, little more wind, little more hope. Gotta get this stupid kite to fly. Gotta make sure it doesn't snap, doesn't droop, doesn't drag. Gotta watch out for every little whoops. Little less speed, little more tack, little less rise, little more slack. Gotta keep my wits about me now. Gotta make sure it doesn't get the best of me till I get it in the air somehow. Millions of little kids do it every day. They make a kite and poof, it's in the sky. Leave it to me to have the one cool kite who likes to see a little kid cry. Little less talk, little more skill, little less luck, little more will. Gotta face this fellow eye to eye. Now that I've seen you chasing moles, climbing trees, digging holes, catching your string on everything passing by, why not fly? Wait a minute. What's it doing? It isn't on the ground. It isn't in a tree. It's in the air. Look at that. It's caught the breeze now. It's past the trees now, with room to spare. Oh, what a beautiful sight. And I'm not such a clumsy guy. If I really tried, I can really fly.
Dear Anne Flanders, last year I sent out 51 Valentines and received 75. This year I sent out 58 Valentines, but only received 61. Am I right on blaming this on the zip code?
This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. No, that doesn't sound right. Lucy, this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. You can do it if you just don't get nervous. Lucy, this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. You can do it. You can do it. Take it easy. This is for you, Lucy. Merry Christmas. Ah!
Hi, Charlie Brown.
Hi. Oh, wait, you dropped something. Say, what is all this?
Oh, they're Valentines for all the boys at our school that I like.
Well, we wouldn't want to lose this one with a CV on it.
Oh, no, we wouldn't. Craig Bowerman would be very disappointed.
If that little redheaded girl sent me a Valentine, I'd give anything for that to happen. Well, maybe she did send me a Valentine, and maybe it's in our mailbox right now. I can't look. If I look and there's nothing there, I'll be crushed. But if I look and she did send... I've got to look. Hello? Nothing echoes like an empty mailbox.
I've been thinking about why you didn't receive any Valentines, big brother. I think I figured it out. You didn't get any because no one sent you any.
I can't stand it. Look at everyone over there, like, laughing and playing with their Valentines. I sent a Valentine to every single person I know. And did I get a single one this year? No. I did not get one single Valentine. Everybody gets Valentines but me, Charlie Brown. Nobody likes me. I get about as many Valentines as a dog does. My stomach hurts. Oh, Lucy, I don't know what to do. I'm so depressed.
I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown. Maybe there's something I can do to help. I think what you need to do most of all is just come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
You really think that'll work?
Certainly.
All right, I'll try. Not very handsome or clever or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've not very much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties, dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream, oh, how could there possibly be one small person as thoroughly, utterly, totally blah as me?
Well, that's good for a starter.
A starter?
Well, certainly. You don't think mentioning these few superficial failings are going to do you any good? Why, Charlie Brown, you've really got to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am. And nobody likes me, not Frida or Shermy or Linus or Schroeder
Or Lucy.
or Lucy
Or Snoopy.
or Snoopy. Now, wait a minute. Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy. Was I born thus? One small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly, blah.
Wait! You're not very much of a person.
That's certain.
But yet there is a reason for hope.
There's hope.
For although you are not good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me, you have a distinction to me. No one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I'm me.
It's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown.
Gosh, thanks, Lucy. That's about the best advice anyone's ever given me. You're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
That'll be 5 cents.
I couldn't decide if I wanted fudge marble, chocolate, rocky road, or vanilla. I went with fudge marble. And then I had to choose between a plain cone and a sugar cone. I went with the sugar cone. So what happened? I walk outside and drop the whole thing on the sidewalk. Don't tell me my life isn't a Shakespearean tragedy.
Today's my grandfather's birthday, Charlie Brown.
Oh, really? How old is he?
63. It's hard to believe he was once a human being. Why is it that I always have my supper in the red dish and my drinking water in the yellow dish? One of these days, I'm going to have my supper in the yellow dish and my drinking water in the red dish. Life's just too short not to live it up a little.
Schroeder, do piano players make a lot of money?
Money? Who cares about money? This is art, you blockhead. I'm playing great music, and great music is an art.
You fascinate me.
Do you understand me? An art!
What?
Art!
What?
Art!
What?
Call the principal and tell him the news. We've got a holiday that he can't refuse. A day of harmony, a day of music. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day?
A reverential mission.
Beethoven Day?
The hope of each musician. No more am I the only guy to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Beethoven Day?
Yes, as in Ludwig von Beethoven, composer, born 1770, died 1827. The eldest of 3 sons, Ludwig's mother was the daughter of the chief overseer.
Whatever! Schroeder, I just want to know, I'm on your side. I want to help you publicity-wise with Beethoven's birthday. I mean, this is a really big thing.
Thanks for support, but I just don't want to see Beethoven's birthday become commercialized.
Commercialized?
Yes, next thing you'll know, they'll be selling Beethoven t-shirts.
Beethoven Day!
Let's imagine it, now how do we start? Just blow the music till you know it by heart. A day of harmony, a day of music, Beethoven. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day.
And when you say the title,
Beethoven Day.
you'll hear a grand recital, the right of every boy and girl to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray. Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day.
A philharmonic rumble.
Beethoven Day.
A polyphonic jumble. A humble dedication as we stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Oh, I got it! We'll put full-page ads in every newspaper.
We'll start a chain of Beethoven
We'll
superstores.
build a Beethoven theme park.
We could have a bake sale.
No, no, no! That's too commercial. Let's imagine it, that glorious hour, filled with emotion, yet inspired with power, as we all honor the man we adore. On the day we place the newest face on Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore. A moment of reflection.
Beethoven Day.
A classical injection. So facing this direction, we begin it today. A musical collection everybody can play. A ride of every boy and girl to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray. Hooray!
Everybody up for Rabbit Jason?
Oh, good grief.
Come on, Snoopy. It's a magnificent day. The air is clear, the sun is shining, the fields and woodlands open and inviting.
If it's such a magnificent day, why ruin it for the rabbits?
Come on, Snoopy. Where's the old thrill of chase? Where's your spirit of adventure? What kind of dog are you anyways?
I'm a sleeping dog. You take it from there.
You should be ashamed of yourself, wasting a perfectly good day like today. The scent is fresh, the trail is clear. Let's go out there and track us down some big old rabbits.
Well, I get the feeling she's determined. Might as well give her her money's worth.
Attaboy, Snoopy. We ought to see lots of game today.
Sometimes, when you're really depressed, all you want to do is nothing. All you want to do is lean your head against your arm and stare into space. Sometimes this can go on for hours.
Go, 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 go! Look out, look out! Schroeder, what did you do with that picture I gave you?
I threw it away.
With your own hands?
Of course.
He touched my picture.
This is a really bad time for me. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day.
In some parts of the world, tomorrow is already today, and today is yesterday. If tomorrow is already today, Charlie Brown, there is no possible way tomorrow could be a better day.
Well, you're a lot of fun to have around.
Rabbits?
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 Rabbits.
A book report on Peter
A book
Rabbit.
report on
Peter
Peter
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Report on
Peter
Peter
Rabbit. Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit is a stupid book about the stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 to go.
Peter Rabbit is a book about which this book report is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it very. I liked the part where it was It reminded me of Robin Hood. And the part where Little John jumped from the rock to the sheriff of Nottingham's back. And they ran and everyone swamped into the trees in the sudden surprise attack. And they captured the sheriff and all of his goods, and they carried him back to their camp in the woods, and they didn't mess with the dinner at all, but he wriggled away, and they sounded the call, and his men rushed in, and the arrows flew. Peter Rabbit did sort of that kind of thing, too.
The other people's name was McGregor. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
In examining a work such as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the superficial characteristics of its deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader to the more substantial fabric of its deeper motivation. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressure so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also hope to discuss the personality of Mr. McGregor and his conflicting roles as farmer and humanitarian. Peter Rabbit is established from the beginning as a benevolent hero.
If I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. I'll get a fresh start tomorrow, and it's not due till Wednesday, so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I work best under pressure, and there'll be lots of pressure. If I wait till tomorrow, I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. If I wait till tomorrow, I should start writing now when I'm not really rested. It could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The other people's name was Rabbit. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, yes!
Staff on his head smacked, and Robin fell like a sack full of lead. Crash! The sheriff laughed, and he left him for dead. Ah! But he was wrong.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40!
Just then an arrow flew in wing. It was a sign for the fight to begin, zing. And then it looked like the sheriff could win. Ah! But they were wrong. Away they ran. Just like rabbits who run a lot, as you can tell from the story of Peter Rabbit, which this report is about.
Rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits!
How do they expect us to write a book report of
Vegetables
inequality in just 2 days?
Such as carrots and spinach and onion and lettuce
How
and
can
turnip
they
and
conspire
parsley
to make
and
life
okra
so
and cabbage and
miserable and
chickpea
so
tomatoes,
effectively
potatoes,
in so many ways?
Not to mention the extreme pressure exerted on him by his deeply rooted rivalry with Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail.
If I start writing out when I'm not really ready, it could upset my thinking, which is
Peter
not
Rabbit,
good
Peter
at
Rabbit,
all.
so
Oh,
everything
first thing on a single start.
And they were very, 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 very happy to be home. 94, 95. The very, very, very
Book report on Peter Rabbit. Just started
was
writing
a lot like Robin Hood. Peter Rabbit
and
was
you
a lot like Robin Hood.
Stop.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
I haven't even started yet. Peter Rabbit.
Here's the World War I flying ace high over France in Aesop with Camel, searching for the infamous Red Baron. I must find him. Suddenly, anti-aircraft fire, archery we used to call it, begins to burst beneath my plane. The Red Baron has spotted me. Meow, meow. Nya, 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 you can't hit me. Actually, top flying aces don't say nya nya. I was just... Drat this fog! It's bad enough to have to fight the Red Baron than to have to fight in weather like this. Ah, the sun has broken, and I can see the woods of Montsec below. Ça va? Bonjour.
But what's that? It's a Fokker triplane. Oh, I've got you this time, Red Baron. Ah, he's tricked me. He's riddling my plane with bullets. Curse you, Red Baron. Go, Camel, go, Camel, go, 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 go. Curse you, Red Baron. Curse you and your kind. Curse you and the evil that causes all of this unhappiness. Here's the War One flying ace high over the aerodrome in France. He keeps fighting the Red Baron, for one thought continues to burn in his mind. One day I'll get you, Red Baron.
Oh yeah, that's what you think. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Oh yeah, that's what you think.
What?
That's my new philosophy. Oh yeah, that's what you think.
Well, why are you telling me?
What?
Why are you telling me?
Why are you telling me? I like it. That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? 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 My new philosophy. That teacher teaches me the philosophy. Like she said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her.
Your new philosophy?
My new philosophy, Miss B. I'm she. Let's see. A D. A D. Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy.
That's your new philosophy.
Why are you telling me? My new philosophy.
That's great, but I have to go practice Chopin's Nocturne in B flat minor.
No! I like it! No! That's a good philosophy. No! No! No!
So that's your new philosophy, huh?
Yes! I mean, no! Just like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving. Where life's a Disney maze, on alternating days, I choose a different phrase.
Your new philosophy.
My new philosophy.
Some philosophies are simple. Man does not live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear.
Leave your message at the sound of the tone.
Some philosophies pick and choose, deciding what goes in it. Some take a lifetime. Sally, anything that takes only a minute can't really be that long lasting. For instance, Beethoven's brilliant Ninth Symphony took almost 2 entire years to write.
No!
I can't stand it!
I can't stand it! I like it! Just like a guarantee, my new philosophy, and things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Now life is free and easy, much more philosophy with my room. You know, someone once said that we should live each day as if for the last day of our lives. This is the last day! I only have 24 hours left! Help me, help me! Clearly, some philosophies are not for all people. And that's my new philosophy!
Alright, gang, we really gotta make this game the biggest and best game of the season, so I need everyone to put in their all and give it everything he's got.
Charlie Brown, I thought up a new strategy for us. Why don't we tell the other team that we're playing them in a certain place, only it isn't the right place, so that way when they don't show up, we win by forfeit. Isn't that a good idea, Charlie Brown? I don't understand managers who don't play by good strategy.
What we really need to focus on is hard work, teamwork, and spirit. We just really need to grit our teeth and bear down
Hey,
and...
Charlie Brown, the other team was trash talking us, but I really got even with them. I told them, you think you're so smart? Mozart was composing symphonies when he was your age. That really shut him up.
I'm sure it did. Anyways, we really need to grit our teeth and bear down. I'm sure we can finish the season with...
Perhaps you shouldn't be playing manager, Charlie Brown. Perhaps you could be bench manager.
That's a good idea. You'd be a great bench manager, big brother. You could say stuff like, bench do this, or bench do that. You could even be in charge of where we put the bench. Like when we get to the playing field, you can say, let's put the bench here, or let's put the bench there.
I can't stand it!
I mean, what's the point of playing if we know we're gonna lose? Even if there was 1,000,000 to 1 a chance of us winning, would it make some sense?
Well, there might not be 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but I'm sure there's 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance. Come on! Give me a T.
T.
E. A.
A.
Give me an M.
M.
What does that spell? T.
Team! Like the best team, which is our team, right here. We'll show you we're the best team in the very little league this year. And in no time, we'll be big time with the big league baseball stars. For all we have to do is win just one more game, and the championship is ours.
Dear pen pal, you'll never guess what happened today at the baseball game. It's hard to believe what happened today at the baseball game. I was the manager, Schroeder was catcher, and all of the team was the same as always, but somehow or other, disaster struck at the baseball game. Huddle up! Break!
I got it!
I got it!
I got it!
Woo, 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 woo.
I thought you had it!
Dear pen pal, 2 balls, 2 strikes, where the bases were loaded with 2 men out. I pitched my curve, but somehow he hit it a good strong cloud. See, I hollered, it's coming right to you. She caught it as easy as pie, then dropped it, but I don't think it's good for a team's morale to see their manager cry. Snoopy helped out by biting a runner and catching the ball in his teeth. Linus caught flies from a 3rd-story window by holding his blanket beneath. Yes, we had fortitude, no one could argue with that. And 1-1 rid us the game as I came up to bat.
Brown, Charlie Brown, there is no team.
All right, Charlie
like the
Brown,
best
we're all
team.
behind you, sort of. I mean, this pitcher can't pitch. She pitches like my grandma. No, all you gotta do, Charlie Brown, is bear down. Just bear down. And when you get to first, just wait for my signal. Got it, Flash?
We'll be big time with the big league baseball stars. For all we have to do is win just one more game.
And the championship is ours.
We're out with 2 bouts to go, with 2 men out. Then I saw her, that cute little red-headed girl I know. Firmly I vowed I would win it for her. I shouldered a swing and I swung. Ugh. Dear pen pal, I heard where you live is really quite far. Would you please send me directions on how I can get where you are? Your friend, Charlie Brown.
Now, I'm sorry to have to say it right to your face, Lucy, but it's true. You're a very crabby person. And I'm sure you're so crabby that your crabbiness just seems natural to you, and you don't realize when you're being crabby, but it's true all the same. You're a very crabby person, and you're crabby to just about everyone you meet. Now, I hope you take this in the meaning that it's intended, and I hope you don't mind my saying this, but I think we should all take any opportunity that we have to learn more about ourselves. It's like Socrates once said, the first rule of anyone should be to know thyself. Well, I think that's just about enough. I hope you haven't gotten offended by that.
Well, who was Socrates anyway?
Who even was she, huh? Did she ever get to be queen? Did she? Tell me that. Did she ever get to be queen? Huh. Know thyself.
Hey, Snoopy, you wanna help me get my arm back into shape? Now watch out for this one. It's a new fastball.
Hey, Charlie Brown, I was wondering if you could answer a few questions.
Certainly, Lucy.
Well, I'm conducting a survey about myself that enables me to know myself better. Now, as a standard of 50 as average, 75 as above average, and 90 as exceptional, where would you rate me in regards to crabbiness?
Well, Lucy,
All ballots will be held in the strictest of confidence and not be signed.
Okay, still, Lucy, it's a hard question to answer.
I can give you more time to answer if you'd like, or we can skip to the next question and come back to this one later.
I'd like to come back to it if you don't mind.
Certainly. This next question deals with certain character traits you may have observed. Now, regarding my personality, would you say that mine is A, forceful, B, pleasing, or C, objectional? Would that be A, B, or C, Charlie Brown? What would you say, huh? A, B, or C? A, huh?
Well, I guess I'd have to say forceful.
Forceful? Well, I guess I'll put a check mark next to the letter A then. Now, what would you rate my ability to get along with other people? As poor, fair, good, or excellent?
Well, I suppose that depends on what you mean by getting along with other people.
You know, like make new friends, sparkle in a crowd, that sort of thing?
Is there a place for abstention?
Certainly, I'll just put a check mark next to none of the above. Now, my next question deals with physical appearance. And regarding my beauty, would you say that I was stunning, mysterious, or intoxicating?
Gee, Lucy, I don't know. You look fine to me.
Stunning. Well, now I think it's time to get back to that first question. Now, regarding my crabbiness, would you say that I was 50%?
I remember the question, Lucy.
Well?
51?
51 is your crabbiness rating for me? Well, that just about does it. Thank you for competing in my survey. Thank you for cooperating.
It was a pleasure, Lucy, anytime. Come on, Snoopy.
Oh, wait! There's just one more question. Would you answer yes or no to the question? Is Lucy Van Pelt the sort of person you would like to have as a president of your club or civic organization?
Oh, absolutely, Lucy. By all means, yes.
Yes! Well, thank you very much. That just about does it, I think. Well, who asked you? Now, let's see. That's 51, none of the above, and Schroeder was right. I can feel myself being filled with the glow of self-awareness. Oh, Sally, I'm conducting a survey, and I was wondering if...
110, C point, none of the above, no. And what are you going to do about the dent you made on my bicycle?
Wow, it's amazing how fast these surveys gets around. Oh, Linus, I'm glad you're here. I'm conducting a survey, and I was wondering if I can ask you a few questions.
Sure, go ahead.
Now, regarding my crabbiness, as a standard of 50 is average, 75 is above average, and 90 is exceptional, where would you rate me?
You're my big sister.
That's not the question.
No, but that's the answer.
Come on, Linus, answer the question.
Lucy, I know very well that if I give you any sort of honest answer to that question, you're going to slug me.
Now, Linus, a survey that is not based on the honesty of their responses is like a house that's built on a foundation of sand. Would I be conducting this survey if I did not expect the complete candor of all the responses? Now, I promise I won't slug you. Just what's your crabbiness rating for me?
95?
No decent person should be expected to keep their word after a rating over 90. Oh, now let's see. I just have to add these two columns together, and that gives me my answer. There. It's done. Now let's see what I got. It's true. I am a crabby person. I'm a very crabby person, and everyone knows it. I've been spreading crabbiness everywhere I go. I'm a super crab. It's a wonder I even have friends at all. It's a wonder that anyone even still talks to me. Wherever I go, I make life miserable. I spread crabbiness and resentment. What did I do? How could I be so selfish? How could...
What's the matter, Lucy?
Don't talk to me, Linus. I don't deserve to be spoken to. I don't deserve to breathe the air that I breathe. I'm no good, Linus. I'm no good.
That's not true.
Yes, it is, Linus. I'm no good. There's no good reason that I should continue living on the face of this earth.
Yes, there is.
Name one. Give me one good reason why I should continue living on the face of this planet.
Well, for one thing, you have a little brother that loves you. Every now and then I say the right thing.
Oh, I know it's surprising, but I'm sure Lucy knows she can't be crabby anymore.
Anyone?
Where is everyone? I told them to come here.
Told them to come here.
If we don't rehearse now, we can't sing at the assembly tomorrow.
Assembly tomorrow.
Charlie Brown!
Charlie Brown!
Linus!
Linus! Lucy!
blockhead!
No, not until you give me back my crayon.
That's my best pencil! If you don't give me my pencil, I'm gonna tell you what you said about her.
Stop that! We gotta rehearse, you're late!
What'd you say about me, Linus? He said!
Lucy!
Stop it!
Sorry I'm late.
There's no time to be sorry.
What'd he say?
Quiet! Now, remember, this is a mood piece. We are going to paint a picture with our music and words. Now concentrate. Now remember, Adagio con brio.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play. My pencil, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Give me my pencil, you blockhead!
Home, home on the range.
Give me my pencil.
No!
Not until you
promise not to tell her.
What are you trying to do? Stifle my freedom of speech!
Seldom is heard a
Give me my pencil.
No promise, no pencil.
and the skies are not cloudy all day.
What pencil?
No!
Me a land
Give me that
where the
pencil.
bright diamond sand
Sing!
flows leisurely down the stream.
Why did you take Sally's pencil?
Ah!
Where the graceful white swan goes gliding along.
What did he call me?
Like
He
a
said-
maid in
he
a
said,
heavenly
You are an enigma.
dream.
An enigma!
An enigma.
An enigma.
Home on the range.
What's an enigma? Never mind!
Dear
What's an
and
enigma?
What's an enigma play?
Hey, you step on my pencil!
Seldom is heard a discouraging word.
And the skies are not cloudy all day.
Oh, hi Linus, where are you going?
Lucy's teaching me Charlie Brown. She says it's a big sister's responsibility for the education of her little brother, so she's teaching me. Boy, is she intelligent.
Come along, Linus. Do you see this tree? It is a fir tree. It's called a fir tree because it gives us fur coats. It also gives us wool in the
I
wintertime.
never knew that before. That's really interesting, Lucy.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree. An oak. You can tell how old it is by counting its leaves.
Gosh, that's fascinating.
Now wait a minute, Lucy. I don't mean to interfere, but
And way up there, those fluffy little white things, those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things, those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
Is that so?
Yes, they run around all day, tugging and tugging on each little seedling until it grows up into a big, tall blade of grass.
oh, good grief.
This thing here, it's called a hydrant. They grow all over, and no one seems to know just how a little thing like that gets so much water.
Boy, that's
Do you see that
amazing.
bird? It's called an eagle. But since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow. And on Christmas and Thanksgiving, we eat them.
Lucy, how could you say that? I can't just sit here and stand idly by while you...
And way up there, those tiny little planets make the rain that falls in showers. And when it's cold and winter is upon us, the snow comes up, just like the flowers.
Now, Lucy, I know that's not true. I know the snow comes down. The snow doesn't come up.
No, it comes up. The wind blows it all around, so it looks like it's coming down, but it actually comes up out of the ground. Snow comes up, Charlie Brown, snow comes
Oh,
up!
good grief.
Hey, why is Charlie Brown banging his head against that tree?
To loosen the bark to make the birds float faster.
Oh,
Grass grow, bug to make the grass grow, so there you go. These are little known facts that now you know.
My stomach popped just now. Charlie Brown has forgotten to feed me. Here I lie, sad, withering but it'll be too late. There'll be nothing left but the dried carcass of his former friend. He used to love to run and play so happily with him. Nothing left but the dried, bleached puppy bones of Snoopy. Me!
Hello, Snoopy. It's supper time.
Supper time? Supper time? Behold a brimming bowl of meat and meal, which is brought forth to ease our hunger. Behold the flowing flagon, moist and sweet, which has been sent to slake our thirst.
Okay, there's no need for a big production. Just get up off the doghouse. Supper time, yeah, it's supper time. Oh, it's supper time, very best time of day. It's supper time, yeah, it's supper time. And when supper time comes, can supper be far away? Bring on the soup dish, bring on the cup, bring on the bacon and fill me up, 'cause it's supper, 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 supper time. Ba-ya-da-doo-da, ba-ya-da-da-da-do, supper time. Do. Ow, 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 ow. Bring on the dog food, bring on the bone, bring on the barrel and row me home, 'cause it's supper, 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 super pepper upper, supper, super duper supper time. Wintertime's nice when it's ice and snow. Summertime's nice with a place to go. Bedtime, overtime, halftime too, but they just can't hold a candle to my supper time! Oh yeah! Hello, home listeners. How are ya? Bring on the hamburger, bring on the bun. Poppy's little puppy loves everyone, 'cause it's supper, 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 super pepper upper, supper, super duper supper time. Supper time, supper time, supper time. Bring on the meat, supper time. It's time to eat. Supper time, supper time, supper time. Supper time, supper time, the hamburger, bring on the hot dogs, bring on the doctor, bring on, give me supper time, supper time, yeah, supper time. Now cut that out. Why can't you eat your meal quietly and calmly like a normal dog? Ugh.
So what's wrong with making mealtime a joyous occasion?
Supper, supper time.
Well, I don't know. It looks like an airplane to me because of the blinking lights, but... Hey, Schroeder, is that an airplane or a star?
I think it's a star, although it could be a planet, or even a satellite.
It could be a satellite. I wonder.
Well, we'll never know by just standing here.
Where are you going?
To get a closer look.
Sometimes after supper time, I like to listen to the sounds of the night, but something seems to be missing. In my opinion, that's exactly what it needed. I'm so happy! The little redheaded girl dropped her
teeth marks all over it. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. You know, today wasn't such a bad day after all. Happiness is finding a pencil.
Pizza with sausage, telling the time.
Happiness is learning to whistle
For the very first time. Happiness is seeing the coming around school there.
And happiness is walking hand in hand. Happiness is 2 kinds of ice cream.
Knowing a secret.
climbing a tree.
Happiness is 5 kinds of crayons.
Catching a firefly, setting him free.
Happiness is being alone every now and then. And happiness is coming home again. Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you.
Happiness is having a sister,
Sharing a sandwich.
getting along.
Happiness is singing together when day is through. And happiness is those who sing with you. Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by